I've seen what this weapon does to a man. It can take the most noble knight and turn him to complete savagery. The most intellectual of sorcerers devolved into utter degeneracy. The reasons may not be clear from the bandit's knife exposition and the item description, but the psychological corruption is obvious once it's in your hand. To start, only the most dubious of characters wield the bandit's knife. If you want the easy route, start with the thief class. It's their starting weapon. If chance is on your side, the bandit's knife also drops from the treacherous undead assassins in the lower undead burg. Now that it's in your hand, do you feel it? That 147 crit modifier looks awfully tasty, right? Would probably even go better with the Hornet Ring, wouldn't it? It sure would. This is the first dubious power the bandit knife has. It turns your standard duel into a parry fishing and backstab fishing fiasco longer than the 9 seasons of Jeremy Wade's River Monsters. No greater force exists in the base game with a higher critical modifier. Even though this thing only weighs 1 Miyazaki, it riposts and backstabs well over 1000 damage. It's a grower, not a shower. Being in the dagger class, it swings with incredible speed. Since the heavy attack leaves more to be desired, this leads to an R1 spam fest if we can't get a decent backstab or riposte. The cherry on top to seal your fate. The bandit's knife features innate bleed buildup, rendering 30% of your foe's maximum health pool when it takes effect. There is an ominous feeling to feel the pressure of bleed on your target the entire time of a duel. The bleed has legendary prowess in PvP, but PvE bosses such as the Stray Demon are also very weak to bleed buildup. Typically with other weapons, you're able to engage from a comfortable distance. No reason to be up in somebody's personal space. However, the bandit's knife has very short reach, making all interactions with it very, very personal. These characteristics of the bandit's knife is what turns you, the player, into the villain when wielding it. It is no intentions of the user to play like this, but it is the will of the weapon that forces you to. The designer of this weapon ensured nobody could resist the ability to wield the bandit's knife. Only requiring 6 strength and 12 dexterity, almost all players will be able to use this weapon effectively. The base damage is only a measly 140 damage when going down the regular plus 15 upgrade path. However, it scales extremely well with dexterity, giving it an A grade. At 40 dexterity, you will have 274 attack rating sitting in your evil, small hands. To top it all off, it's enchantable. Keep those resins and enchants handy because this dagger excels as being a vehicle delivering any bonus effects you might have in mind. Now you might be asking yourself, hey Jero, why are you using a skimmy to parry? The answer to that might be alarming. It's straight up cool, that's why. I don't care if it's suboptimal, has less parry frames, doesn't benefit my stamina. If I'm gonna be forced to play like this, I at least want to LARP as my cool dual-wielding Tauren warrior. The bandit knife has mixed performance in PvE. Some bosses are very weak to bleed or enchants, and this weapon excels with that. That being said, the bandit's knife only has slash attack type. This is one of the weakest attack types in the game when compared to the others. Iron Golem is a great example of somebody who has high resistance to slash damage. Shout out to Chris O'Velock, OK Carbon, and Comrade Catbug for making this run possible. The bandit's knife was a weapon I never was personally interested in, but these fine young gentlemen put the bandit's knife on my radar. What weapons do you guys think are strong? In particular, I like weapons that other people might be sleeping on. This run was definitely very different for me because I'm used to much heavier, slower weapons, harder hitting weapons. I hope it wasn't too obvious in this video. Thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you around.